Holy moly, has this been some time right here. So I don't know if anybody's ever truly wired up something to be street legal, but there's a lot that it involves. Not only do you have a simple battery for your charging system, but you need fuses. I got a relay there that the main switch that I mounted right there turns on, and it's just a crazy amount of wiring. As you can see, the rat's nest down here. So I got my soldering gun all fired up, got all my connectors, and I'm gonna tell you, it takes a very long time to gain all the stuff that you need to truly wire something proper. And what I say is proper is soldering, heat shrinking, using no crimp connectors whatsoever. Even my spade connectors, a lot of people just crimp these spade connectors that hook to the fuse box. Well, I always cut the plastic housing off of them or buy them without it and crimp them on, then solder it, then heat shrink over it to protect it. And I use braided wire loom everywhere that I can. This stuff, you can barely cut it with a good sharp knife, so it's really strong if it rubs up against anything sharp. Oh, but we're really close. I don't know, I bought these on eBay a long time ago. These are some waterproof connectors. They got an O-ring that goes inside here. They got little O-rings or little seals that go on the back of the wire, so they're truly an 8-pin waterproof connector. So I got one of those on each of the handlebar switches. There's two on this bike. This one controls the horn, turn signals, and high and low beams. This one is the electric start, hazards, and headlights. Like the headlights off, running lights, and then headlights. So just like a car would have. And then my switch just basically controls this is a starter style switch, so you can click it on to accessory mode like a car, and then you can turn it. But I haven't wired it up so you start it with the switch. You start it with the motorcycle button, the switch up there. So I just did the key switch because that's what my local parts store sells, and it's a John Deere switch. It'll be linked in the description below where you can buy those, and those are the best switches to use on a go-kart. But basically, I got a bunch of wires flipped over the gas tank that need to run back to the fuse area, and then I got to start zip tying. What I always do is take electrical wire or electrical tape everything, and make me a real quick harness, and then I will heat shrink it. And I'm going to have to use split loom on the harness going from the front of the bike to the back, because I've already plugged pins in to my connectors. I can't unplug. I can, but it's a big hassle, so I'm just going to use split loom. It'll be under the tank and all hidden. But I haven't filmed much yet, but I'm trying, guys. This is an extremely time-consuming process, and it's very hard to film. And people said where I mounted the taillight, I'm not going to be able to put nothing on the luggage rack. I really don't care. I would never use this luggage rack, because if I'm driving this to town, I'm going to have a backpack. I don't want to have to worry about, bungee cording something to that. A backpack will hold anything I'd be riding a bike to go get. So I can't wait to ride this bike. So back to wiring. Alright, so the Trailmaster is fully wired, 100%. That ain't the tank that's going on it. That's actually the 301 tank. It's going on old Ep3's bike.
This guy's bike.
Yeah. So now we have to pull off the back rim and tire to go get our new Go Power Sports sent us their long life tires. So these are basically like a street treaded tire. And they're going to look awesome on this street mini bike.
That's for sure. I wonder though how much wider they'll get once they're in play, because these are super wide. I wonder
Yeah,
if
they'll
there'll
be as
a big
wide.
Gap.
No, they're as wide as
Same.
these. Yeah.
Oh.
So we don't have to pull off the front rim because I have this old rim that's been sitting in storage forever, and it is black. So I'll just have them install a tire on it because we can use this on something else. And they're just going to have to pull the tire off that back rim. So we got to pull the rim and tire off. So let's get that done real quick. It's not fun.
No.
Oh boy. So it is 100% done. We didn't film a lot on this because I'm doing the wiring video on a different bike. I wanted to figure out how I wanted to do the wiring bike on this bike. There's a ton of information I got to pack in one video, so this is not by any means the wiring video. It's going to be a standalone video just on how to wire a mini bike. But I think this thing looks awesome. I did the same muffler setup as Lonnie's bike. Built me a long header that goes down and header wrapped it. Got that Tilson, and the only thing that's been done to that Tilson is a billet rod and a cam. Other than that, it's pretty much stock. I did want to retain the starter gear, or the charging coils, so I didn't do a billet flywheel. But I think I am going to pull off that 52 sprocket and put the 38 original sprocket back on just to give me more top end. But I am liking everything on this bike. You can see we swapped out to some white fenders and a Street Fighter front clip. I think it looks better than that round headlight did. And we can use the round headlight on something else, but the bike's looking pretty awesome. Something else I found on a generator that I've never seen before was this side cover I put on the Tillotson. It almost looks like a motorcycle side cover, the recoil start. I think it looks awesome. You can see that Mikuni poking out there. This is a true 22mm Mikuni from Go Power Sports, and it should perform way better than those knockoff Mikuni. So it has a Mikuni billet rod and a cam in it, but other than that, she's pretty much a stock Tillotson. You can see I left the full length of the fender on this bike before. When I'd put the other one on, I cut it down because I didn't think that down part was going to fit, but it actually did. So it's on this one, and I got all my wiring stuff all nicely tucked under the seat. You really can't see it, but the wiring video will be coming out very soon. In the next couple weeks. It's a ton of filming to do, and I want to make sure I get everything right. So I think we're safe to ride this thing now. Alright, so we're going to take the street legal mini bike for old rip snort. Let's go ahead and fire her up. Choke it a little bit. And we're off. One thing I do notice right off the bat is the seat being up so high in the back. And I think this bike does about like 40 mile an hour, 45, something like that. And it definitely needs more, which we'll be messing with that very soon. Probably should buckle my helmet. I actually forgot to. It is a little nippy today. I think it's like 50 degrees, but it's nothing horrible. I'd say right now we're running 40 mile an hour, 45 probably. let's just hope we don't see no popo. So one thing I was worried about with this bike was the tires not being balanced. I couldn't find anybody to balance these tires, and it seems like they're actually balanced really well. Now this bike, you know, of course I knew it wasn't going to be crazy powerful or nothing. We just did like a mild cam in it and that billet rod. Timing hasn't been advanced or nothing like that. And these tires are a little weird around the curves because of their flat profile. It's, you know, you can tell they're boxy. Oh, one thing I haven't done is I didn't put any mirrors on it. Forgot about that. I don't know what mirrors I'm going to go with. She seems to handle good though. I like it. It's going to be a great little town cruiser just to go get parts and stuff and get really good gas mileage pretty much. My hands are freezing. I forgot to grab my gloves and I should have got my Carhartt jacket. Yeah, I could definitely use a more rounded tire, but I don't even know if there's anything out there that is rounded enough. And I think one thing that would be cool with this bike is to do a clutch on it. Take the torque converter off. There's really no need for a torque converter, and the punch you get in the mid-range out of a clutch would be... Oh, I've had my signal on this whole time. Forgot. I actually got to turn the signal off. It's a good little loop to take the bike on. See some scenery. So I'd like to do some moto vlogs. I think they would be pretty sweet. I got a microphone in my helmet right now. I'm really hoping that it's not picking up too much of my breathing, because it is located like right under my nose. The bike runs great though. I mean, as I stated, I wish I did have more power, but that's something we can address later. Over the winter time, I want to fine tune this so it's ready for the summer and ready to rip on. There's actually a house up here that we looked at buying that had like 15 acres or so with it. Where are you at, house? Right up here. So there's a house for sale right here. Let's take a gander at it. So this house has been for sale for a while. Basically, it comes with that whole field there. Of course, the house, which is a little older, you know, it's got a full basement, but it's small. It needs a lot of updating. But it has the large garage, which is pretty sweet, but it's a dirt floor. So it also comes with the barn right here, which from what I could see was 2-story. It's in kind of rough shape. It would need some updating, but the garage is really nice. Well, it's a nice size. It ain't a super nice garage, but the land is what I was looking at. There's a lot of hills, no fields or anything. But you can tell the garage is pretty long. Got some nice wood work tables in it, which I would take all that out. But something to think about. Something to think about for show. This bike's got real good low end, but I necessarily don't need the low end, being the bike that it is. So I don't know. I mean, the clutch is going to really give it the ability to rev out. The torque converter can hold them back from being able to just rev like crazy. But I really don't need to rev that high. I just want to open up any top end power. Here's a downhill pull. I feel like that would be about 50 mile an hour right there. But again, the tires aren't vibrating like crazy. I like it quite a bit. And I really need to strap my helmet. I forgot to the last time I stopped. So that's what we're going to do now. I really do like hydraulic brakes, I'll tell you that much right now. Now guys, don't try this at home. You can get in a lot of trouble. No one seems to know it's a mini bike. Everybody thinks it's a old motorcycle. But I do like it a lot. She runs good. I don't have any problems with, as I stated, vibrations, or really the power isn't bad. I wish I had more power, but what are you gonna do? And I definitely like this helmet. The helmet I'm using, I'll link in the video's description. It completely seals off your head from the rest of your body, so you don't get wind coming up around your chin. Like right there, it's just there's not a lot of power in that mid-range. Like I'm pretty much floored, and I'm cruising, but I'm not really doing nothing. I really wish I had, more power than I needed. Like I couldn't pass nobody with the power this bike has, basically. But it is nice. The brakes work good. I do feel like with how we tilted that seat, that my weight is a little pressed forward, so it wants to collapse the forks, kind of like we've talked about on the Coleman bikes. You're so tall up on it that it wants to collapse the forks. I may even later move the seat back and lower it as well, and I can just move that tail light somewhere different. That would make my legs not as crunched up, make it a little bit more of a comfortable bike. But the power's good though. I could definitely drive this to town. You can run 40 at like 4.5, 5,000 RPMs, probably 4.5 it sounds like. It's pretty sweet though. I'm just really hoping this audio isn't bad, because if it is, I have to go home, put warmer clothes on, and then redo this whole thing. I like it a lot though. It's going to be sweet to fine tune it all. But I do like it. It is nice. Well guys, hope you liked today's video. I don't know, that was my first time doing the moto vlog style, so I hope it wasn't too boring for you guys. If you see anything you think I should change in the moto vlog setup, let me know for sure. I'll be glad to look at that. But I think the bike handled and drove awesome. I do want a little bit more power, as I stated, but this engine's just mildly built, so we are definitely going to be doing some head porting, a more aggressive cam, and I've got word from Go Power Sports that they're hopefully soon there's going to be a billet flywheel come out that'll allow you to retain the charging system. So if that happens, we'll be able to put even more aggressive cam in this engine, let it rev out a little further and feel safe, because right now I just got the stock flywheel, and they can crack and bust on you. I've never personally seen one do it, but I've heard a lot about it, you know, the possibility of it happening, so definitely don't want to lose my leg to a mini bike. We do have a Christmas card. We did a Christmas card last year. People seem to enjoy it. So watch out on social media, as well as in the description of this video, where you can find out on how to get you guys a Christmas card from the Redbeards Garage family. We thank everybody who supported us last year, and we also got a merch pre-sale to keep your eyes out on social media, and we'll post a video and add it to videos when that comes available very soon. We got a new logo and everything. Guys have been asking for hats and shirts, so we got some new designs coming out that I think you guys will like. Make sure to check out those links in the description of the video, where you can find every part we used on this. Go to Go Power Sports and use that discount code REDBEARD to save 10%. We used a billet rod, a cam, top plate, a 22mm Mikuni, and a lot of other parts from Go Power Sports that's linked in the description of the video. So make sure to use those links. They do help us out, and you'll see all the wiring stuff that I used on this bike. The wiring video is coming, guys. It's a ton of work, and we want to make sure we get it right. It's in my head a certain way, and sometimes it's really hard to get that out on video like I see it in my head. So just be patient with us. I want to give you the most detailed wiring video, but still make it enjoyable to watch. So that'll be coming out very soon, and more on this Trailmaster Street Legal mini bike. Tennessee is a little bit easier on the laws on getting something street legal, so it'll probably be different than what it would be in your state, but I'm going to film the whole process and see, you know, what it takes to get this thing where we can ride her to town. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting us, and we hope you have a blessed day. We love you. God bless. Redbeards Garage is powered by GoPowersports.com. Go Power Sports has a huge amount of awesome go-kart and mini bike parts, and when making your purchase, use the Redbeard discount code in the upper right-hand corner of your shopping cart to grab yourself a sweet deal. Hit that subscribe button and make sure the notification bell is on so you'll never miss another episode, and go check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest to stay up to date with the channel. Guys, always come back to Redbeards Garage. I'm out.